I sat at home with my older siblings on a stormy night, seeking refuge from the torrential rain and ominous thunderclaps that rattled the windows. We gathered around the flickering glow of the television, the only source of light in a dimly lit room. The atmosphere was tense, our nerves on edge, as we delved into a horror movie marathon, eager to be thrilled and terrified in equal measure. As the film played, a sense of unease crept over me. With each suspenseful scene, I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching us. The hairs on the back of my neck prickled, and my heart quickened its pace, its rhythm matching the ominous soundtrack of the movie. The thunderstorm outside seemed to echo my growing anxiety. Then, as if on cue, the doorbell rang. My siblings and I exchanged wary glances. We were not expecting any visitors, especially not on a night like this. The ring of the doorbell pierced through the eerie silence, its sound cutting through the howling wind and rain. With trepidation, I rose from the safety of the couch, my steps hesitant and cautious. Peering through the peephole, I saw nothing but the darkness of the night. No figure stood on the porch, no sign of life in the torrential downpour. My pulse raced, my imagination running wild with sinister possibilities. I was certain I had seen a flicker of movement, a glimpse of a shadow just beyond the reach of the porch light. Heart pounding, I turned back to my siblings, my voice trembling as I whispered, "There's no one there." But even as the words left my lips, the doorbell rang again, its shrill chime filling the air. The sound echoed through the house, reverberating in my ears like a taunting laugh. Panic gnawed at the edges of my mind, and my siblings and I exchanged terrified glances. With a renewed determination, I grabbed a flashlight and cautiously stepped towards the front door. Every creaking floorboard seemed to amplify in the stillness, every shadow danced in sinister delight. The rain poured outside, as if the heavens themselves wept in foreboding. I flung the door open, the harsh wind whipping my hair across my face. But there was nothing. No one stood on the porch, no sign of an intruder. The streetlights cast an eerie glow on the empty street, the rain washing away any traces of presence. Fear squeezed at my chest, as if icy fingers gripped my heart. I shut the door tightly, hoping to shut out the creeping dread that seeped into our home. But my relief was short-lived as the doorbell rang once again, its clamor growing louder and more insistent. The ringing became relentless, a relentless barrage that tormented our senses. We were trapped in a nightmarish symphony of fear and confusion. Each ring brought us closer to the edge of sanity, the line between reality and nightmare blurring. As the doorbell continued its maddening chorus, a sudden realization dawned on me. It was not the doorbell that haunted us, it was what lurked beyond it, hidden in the darkness. Something malevolent, something sinister, had taken pleasure in toying with our fragile nerves. Terrified, I turned to my siblings, desperation etched on my face. Together, we mustered our courage and resolved to confront the terror that besieged our home. With trepidation, we prepared to face the unknown, armed with nothing but our fear and the dim light of our flickering flashlight. As we opened the door, our collective gasp was drowned by the deafening sound of the storm. The rain soaked. I sat alone in the comfort of my home, a cozy sanctuary from the darkness that loomed outside. The late hour wrapped around me like a suffocating shroud, and the silence pressed upon my ears with an eerie weight. Shadows danced along the walls, their sinister waltz a macabre invitation to the unknown. I sought solace in the dim glow of lamplight, nestled in the depths of my favorite armchair. The pages of a chilling novel turned beneath my fingers, each word weaving a tapestry of fear and anticipation. The author's words painted vivid images in my mind, immersing me in a world of suspense and terror. A sudden ring broke the tranquility, shattering the delicate balance of my solitude. Startled, I glanced toward the source of the disturbance, the innocent doorbell. My heartbeat quickened, its rhythm mirroring the escalating tension of the story I had been engrossed in. Who could be visiting at this hour? The hour when the world belonged to the creatures of darkness. With trepidation, I rose from my sanctuary, the floorboards creaking beneath my weight as if whispering secrets only they knew. Each step carried me closer to the door, anticipation mingled with unease coursing through my veins. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss, that this visitation held a sinister purpose. As I approached the door, my trembling hand reached for the doorknob. Shadows flickered on the other side, hinting at a presence that eluded my gaze. With a deep breath, I turned the knob, allowing a sliver of moonlight to cast its pale glow into the darkness beyond. There, standing on my porch, was a figure cloaked in obscurity. My heart skipped a beat, its steady rhythm now a chaotic symphony of fear. A voice, barely audible, whispered through the air, chilling me to the core. "Let me in," it hissed, a siren's call laced with malice. The figure's eyes gleamed with an otherworldly intensity, penetrating my soul with their haunting gaze. I recoiled, my instincts urging me to retreat from this presence that seemed to defy the laws of reason and sanity. But an irresistible curiosity compelled me to listen, to unravel the mystery that stood before me. In a moment of weakness, I allowed the figure to step across the threshold. The air thickened, suffused with a malevolent energy that sent shivers cascading down my spine. The door closed behind us with a resounding thud, sealing my fate within the confines of my own home. As I ventured deeper into the darkness, I realized the true horror of my decision. The walls distorted, shifting and contorting like a funhouse maze. Whispers echoed through the corridors, their voices a cacophony of despair and torment. Each room I entered held a new nightmare, a tableau of terror that twisted my senses. The figure that had crossed my threshold now revealed its true form. A creature, neither human nor beast, stalked me with silent footsteps. Its eyes burned with an unholy fire, fixated on me with an insatiable hunger. I was trapped in its web, a hapless victim entangled in a game of survival. I navigated the labyrinthine corridors, each step a dance with danger, every breath a reminder of my fragile mortality. The doorbell, once a mere signal of intrusion, now served as a mocking reminder of the choice that had brought me to this hellish realm. Haunted by the relentless chime of the doorbell, I pressed forward, driven by a desperate hope for escape. But with each passing moment, the walls closed in, the darkness enveloped me. I sat at home, my mind consumed by the pages of a gripping thriller, my senses attuned to every twist and turn within its narrative labyrinth. Rain cascaded outside, its relentless patter against the window pane forming a haunting symphony of solitude. The ambience was tranquil, the air pregnant with anticipation. Suddenly, the doorbell shattered the stillness, its shrill ring echoing through the house. I jumped, my heart leaping into my throat. No visitors were expected, and the lateness of the hour only deepened the mystery. I cautiously approached the door, my curiosity battling with a creeping sense of unease. Peering through the peephole, I discovered a parcel lying on the porch, wrapped in weathered brown paper and bound with twine. Intrigued, I opened the door and retrieved the enigmatic package. As I examined it, a note attached caught my attention. "Open at your own risk," it read, the words etched in jagged handwriting. My pulse quickened, my mind racing with a mix of trepidation and curiosity. What hidden secrets lay within? With trembling hands, I unraveled the twine and peeled away the layers of aged paper, revealing a peculiar antique box adorned with intricate carvings. Its aura exuded an otherworldly energy that sent a chill down my spine. Unable to resist the enigma before me, I carefully lifted the lid, expecting the unknown to reveal itself. But to my astonishment, the box was empty. Confusion gnawed at my mind as I pondered its purpose. Had I stumbled upon a mere riddle, a cruel prank to unnerve my senses? Disappointed, I prepared to discard the empty box, but as I moved to close it, the lid refused to shut. It resisted, as if held open by an invisible force. A tremor of unease coursed through me, a feeling that I was no longer in control of my own home. A chilling gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the flickering candles that had provided me solace. Shadows danced on the walls, their sinuous movements mocking my vulnerability. Panic gripped me as I realized that something far more sinister was afoot. The doorbell rang again, its sound reverberating through the house like a tolling funeral bell. This time, however, it was not a visitor seeking entry but a harbinger of dread, signaling the awakening of a malevolent force within the confines of my home. I was trapped, a helpless observer in a twisted game of fate. Frantic, I ran from room to room, searching for an escape, but the house seemed to morph and shift, its walls becoming an inescapable maze. Reality blurred as corridors led to dead ends, and rooms transfigured into nightmarish landscapes. With each passing moment, the veil between the ordinary and the macabre grew thinner, threatening to consume me whole. In a final act of desperation, I returned to the antique box, its presence at the center of this sinister transformation. As I gazed upon it, a revelation struck me like a bolt of lightning. The box was not a vessel for malevolence, it was a conduit for my own fears and regrets, manifesting the darkness that resided within my soul. The doorbell rang once more, its discordant chimes snapping me out of my daze. This time, however, I refused to be a pawn in this nightmarish game. With newfound resolve, I closed the box, sealing away the darkness within. The house, now devoid of its haunting presence, returned to its tranquil state. But the echoes of that harrowing experience remained, a reminder that the true horrors we face often lie within.
With you. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.